How you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. I thought this would be fun to take up Black Panther #1. This is the first issue of Black Panther's own comic. Keep in mind, it is not the Black Panther's first appearance. He debuted in Fantastic Four 52. He was created, and that was what, 66, I think? This is 1977. So Jack Kirby had left Marvel, went to DC, and now he's returning to DC, and he was given Black Panther to work on. And Black Panther, he had a couple appearances in the Fantastic Four, then he guest appearance in Captain America, and then he had like a 13-part story in Jungle Action, which was Don McGregor, really serious, good quality comic. And then we brought back into this. Like I said, this is Jack Kirby's very prolific period, but not his best work. This is just goofy. I half-assed is the best way to describe this. So here we are. We searched for it. They fought for it. They even killed for it. What was it? King Solomon's Frog. So this, I mean, you could have just inserted any superhero, any generic superhero. This is just generic superhero action looking for the MacGuffin story. They tie it into Black Panther by saying his grandfather, Azira the Wise, owned this mystic artifact. But other than that, it doesn't need to be a Black Panther story. It could have been Machine Man or Fantastic Four or anybody. So here we open up. We got a really cool Bionic Man. I think I saw this ad before, a Kenner figure. I had this toy. This was great. It had like rubber skin that you could roll up and pull out his bionic parts. And then Maskatron had different heads and just bionic. It was a cool toy. I played with it all the time as a kid. My only problem was it was too big. I liked the smaller action figures. This was like a foot tall. So here we are, splash page. Edited, written, and drawn by Jack Kirby, and colored by Dave Hunt. And this is, again, old style. That's my vacuum cleaner in the background. I got a Roomba going on. So this is old style coloring. I don't think we get into the modern colorings until the late 90s. But this is old school colored. So this is the splash page. We have Black Panther. Look at the anatomy. I told you that Jack Kirby was kind of fast and loose with anatomy. But it didn't matter. It worked, if you ask me. Heavy inks. I think this comic he kind of did on a rush, because you could see Jack Kirby is famous for just filling all the whole page with all the details and everything, and it's kind of sparse. This is Mr. Little, a character that debuted in this comic. So he's a member of the Collectors, and they're going to get this cosmic frog. Okay, so I gotta pull out. There's a 2-page spread. So here we have a warrior hiding in the background, and you can see the place is ransacked, and Mr. Little grabs the cosmic frog, this King Solomon's frog, and he's dead. He was killed by a sword thrust. So you see, Black Panther is a good guy. He's more concerned with the dead body than the treasure. Bring on the bad guys. This was great. I had this. I have no idea where it is, but this the origins of all the Marvel villains: Doctor Doom, Mephisto, Dormammu, the Red Skull, Loki, Green Goblin, and the Abomination. I never had these, nor did I ever see them. So, but Bring on the Bad Guys was a big deal. Classic 6 panels. You can see the gutters, equal thing, and then here's the sword thrust. Here you're finding out through the dialogue that this frog is more than just an artifact. I love the 5 panels. You could really play around with the 5 panel. It's a time machine. I don't know if it's scientific or magical. I don't remember. But so this warrior is brought from the past and killed the previous owner of King Solomon's frog. And here's Black Panther just taking out this warrior from the past who runs away. Can't get away from the Black Panther though. Hungry meat snack conquers the horrible hungry Slim Jim and the Dinky Starfleet. So this is the Space 1999 ship, and of course Star Trek ship. Free advice to help you get ahead. LaSalle Extension University. Okay, so here we're going back to the 6 panels as Mr. Little explains what's going on. He tells you that King Solomon's frog is a time machine, and that warrior came from the past. Here, look at the frog. He's using this little monocle jewel, and it's just swirling energy and a cacophony of power and everything like that. And poor corpse over here. They take this. Look at that poor excuse for a helicopter. Come on, Jack. I really think that he was rushing this. I mean, you saw the Machine Man, how detailed it was. But Jack Kirby was more excited about Machine Man. He was a new, you know, it was the current hotness for him. Look at this poor excuse for a helicopter. And then they're being followed by this other air device. Have the world of Marvel in your own home. I don't know what this is. I guess it's a paper cutout of a cityscape. That's pretty cool. Space Ice. Comic Books Wanted. An Atlas Body and 70. Look at this ad's been reduced to that. What a shame. So here we have this funky flying craft coming after the... it's supposed to be just a regular helicopter, if you can believe that from the drawing. And Mr. Little's going with crazy rockets. Boom, there goes the thing. Black Panther's actually showing a little bit of fear. And he's talking about the past of the frog. You know, its origins back in the ancient days. Barbarous creatures from another time. I mean, it would summon Jinn from whatever monsters. Merlin had a copy. Merlin had it, and he summoned the Loch Ness monster. You know, it explains all the craziness. It's a fantastic premise, Mr. Little, and very hard to digest. I've yet to see this brass frog operate. Restrain your impulses. We'll both wind up like Queely. Queely was the guy who was stabbed, so I guess he was tampering with it. So here we have these flying people coming out. Just, I don't know, kind of hokey if you ask me. And Mr. Little, look at that dashboard. What is going on with that Roomba? Jeez. So this is the letters page. This is a Jack Kirby trick that he did. He took some art from the comic and put it in the letters page, so he didn't have to write he didn't have to write 2 columns. He only wrote, you know, put this over here. So these are old recycled pictures from this very issue, and then one column of writing. Yeah, I collected all these. Amazing Spider-Man, Avengers, Captain Marvel, everything but Conan. I don't think I collected Howard the Duck. I bought that in the back issue bins. And I didn't get Marvel Tales because that was a reprint. But I got all these. And the Spidey Super Stories, there's a memory hole. That was the Electric Company doing Spider-Man comics. I had all of them and they disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. Star Trek jewelry. So now that funky airship just blows away the helicopter, and where are they? Where is this landscape? They go into a mountain lair. I mean, it's just like beyond hokey, if you ask me. Not Kirby's best work, but still a lot is happening. A lot of dialogue. You know, we just jumped in the story, and then he's explaining what's happening, and blam. That's the end of Mr. Little. Why was Mr. Little killed? Because his purpose was over. He was explaining the story to us. You know, it's action-packed. Story's already going on. He's explaining everything to T'Challa, and now he's dead. He's no longer. You've never seen him again in the Marvel universe. So he's going nuts because his friend. Well, the tie is this guy was friends with T'Challa's grandfather, and then he went to get it because the grandfather gave him the Solomon's Fog for safekeeping, and it was taken from him. So I don't know if he was lying or not, and he's going in it because the ties to his family. Again, you could have inserted any superhero. It's nothing particular to Black Panther. So he's going nuts, fighting, and then look at this funky ray gun, and it just zaps our favorite T'Challa. Conan, Space 99, monster-sized monsters, 7 feet tall. These were cardboard cutouts, and if I remember correctly, they had like little plastic or metal grommets, so you could move the shoulders, arms, and legs, put them in different poses. And this is Princess Zandia. And the brass frog is yours, Sir Valbafun. You're fortunate that I didn't turn my nerve wave on the lot of you. Now give me that artifact. Mr. Little is dead. Mistress, shall we finish the Black Panther as well? No, you fool. The princess has need for him for her plans. So of course, rather than kill him, they need him for her unexplained plans. So, you know, he's all groggy from the nerve ray. She's taunting him. I showed Miss Marvel. I did a showcase of Miss Marvel. Here's the Hulk and the green thumb. Oh man, this is wrong. Fruit pies wouldn't win. You need Twinkies. Okay, so green thumb is evil. And he's feigning weakness. He jumps up, starts kicking everybody. Slaps the gun out of her hand. Grabs the frog. She's yelling at her cronies. And he goes to shoot him. And he hits the frog. The frog starts humming. And Hatch 22 appears. The man. The 6 million year man. So it pulls this freak from the future. Ta-da! How's that for a cliffhanger? I couldn't be less interested. This comic was just... I just wanted to show you a Black Panther comic. And the series was kind of goofed on by when Christopher Priest took over and did the famous Black Panther run that is pretty much mostly a basis for the movie that was a big hit. Like the Dora Milaje and all of that stuff was from the Christopher Priest run. But he did a story where this version of the Black Panther, and it was actually drawn in a Jack Kirby style, was running around acting like a maniac. And it was because the King Solomon's frog had displaced him out of time and messed with his mind. So it was a good way to... Because this series... Jack Kirby left this at issue 12, and I think it made it to 15 or 16, and it was canceled. And this series just... Even just before this Jungle Action, the Don McGregor's Black Panther, it just didn't seem to fit the character. It was just I don't know. Jack Kirby left because he wasn't interested in this book, and he wanted to work on his own. And I think that shows. As much as I love Jack Kirby, this one was a swing and a miss. Just a great character, but just not utilized. Still, I mean, I was going to say you could get the trade paperback of this, but getting back issues of this since the movie came out. Oh man, we're talking hundreds of dollars. I didn't realize how expensive this was. I bought this off the spinner rack. It's a little beat up, you can see, but that's because I bought it a million years ago. But here you go. This is fun. This is the first time I showcase something that I didn't particularly like. I mean, I have a fondness for it. I'm not going to say I didn't like it. It's hokey. It's goofy, but it's a guy going through the motions. You know, it's Jack Kirby just collecting a paycheck. And when he quit, said he wasn't interested in it. That's all you have. That's, you know, that confirms what I just said. All right, so there you go. Black Panther by Jack Kirby. Bye bye.